Yes, that is what it looks like. That is a snakeskin that was found in our short-term rental. Hi, we're Jason and Michelle. We run an Airbnb,
go to sporting events, and attend concerts. This is our channel, Sunshine Spectators.
So we have some guests in our Airbnb for a week, and this gives us much needed time to do some stuff in our yard. So Michelle, walk us through what we're going to be doing.
Okay, so we're just going to be pulling up some of the bromelia that have been overgrowing, and I'm actually giving them out to a couple friends.
I did download an app that would be kind of a time lapse, and I didn't exactly set that up right. So just enjoy this 6 seconds. It's 2 hours broken down into 6 seconds over and over and looped a little bit. We had what we thought was going to be a good month has turned into a very costly month. We had two guests. One was a pretty long-term stay, over a little bit over. I don't want to say long-term, but a little over a week. And this was the in our last video, the guests that were in town for a family member who was retiring from the military. And then we had 2 days to get things turned around. So the first guest came, and we got a lot of work done with cutting the Borrelia out of our backyard.
Yeah, and I gave a lot away, so I feel really good that they didn't die for nothing. The next morning, we woke up to a message from our guests that said they found a snakeskin in the rental. They were cleaning up a little bit and went under one of our chairs, and they found probably about an 8-foot length of a snakeskin. And we determined that it was a black racer, which is non-venomous, but it kind of alerts you because when a guest has a baby, all bets are off, and you want to make sure that your guests are safe.
Yeah, and we immediately called around to an exterminator or a pest control company who would come out and take a look. While they were out, we let them know we were coming in with a pest control. We were going to look for it to obviously make sure it wasn't still in the house. So they looked all around, all over the yard, and was unable to find it. But still. Some in our previous video, we talked about some of the things we wanted to improve. That kind of bumped things up, and what we needed to make improvements right away. I need to reseal or get a new garage bottom door seal for there. That's possibly how he got in.
So we found that there was a gap in the garage seal. So we had a little bit of a day wasted trying to repair this, but come to realize that the garage door was discontinued. So we had to look for the manufacturer that put it into this house previously. And it took a big hit out of our budget, but it was necessary. And we were able to do just enough to make sure that the seal was covered as much as possible.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we spent the whole day trying to figure this out, running from department store to department store, and we just couldn't find the seal that goes with our garage door. So this was a thing where we had to call in a professional. We had wasted a whole day. But while we were doing that, and we were looking at sealing the back door to the garage, we didn't get around to that just because we're running out of time to get things done today. We had that door open, and we were looking at that, and I did see the snake slithering through the backyard. It was a black racer. So that guest who did find the snake, they still left us a 5-star. They mentioned that they're from New Mexico, and they kind of knew the whole thing of what snakes can do. So that was one thing I was really concerned about. I was like, oh man, we have a super host rating, and now we're going to be dinged because something like a snake in the house is absolutely terrifying.
But they took the souvenir with them.
Yeah,
we were glad to.
Yeah, kind of an odd thing. Like, we're taking the skin with us. We know it's odd, but we want to keep that as a souvenir for our trip.
Hey, why not?
Yeah, so to each their own. And then we had in that 2 days, we were trying to get things done because we did have a scheduled photo shoot, which got canceled because of weather. But and I wanted to also pressure wash the driveway because it was absolutely filthy, but our whole day of the garage door, it was just cutting into some time of trying to get some things done. So I had to call a company to come out and do that. And I'm going to say that was money well spent. That looks great.
Yes, it's wonderful. And when we get our photo shoot done, the house is going to look even better on our listing.
I was also trying to get ready for the photo shoot. I did the grout in the bathroom. I was trying to get that cleaned. I tried to take a video of that, and it didn't really turn out too well. But I think we all know what being on the hands and knees looks like with a version of a toothbrush scrubbing grout, so I don't think y'all want to see that.
Shrimp soup, shrimp stew.
As we were shooting this video, we looked outside in the exterior of the property, and we had some part of the gutter come down. We had a pretty powerful rain and windstorm overnight, so I'll have to get up there on the latter day. Wasn't planning on doing anything with the house today. I was hoping to be away from it, but I guess Mother Nature had other plans.
And it seems to be a relatively simple, not complex problem to work on.